So one of the major problems that we always face when it comes to broiler chickens is coccidiosis. So how can you treat or even prevent coccidiosis? Then you. So what, first of all, you have to know the signs of coccidiosis. Now the very first sign of coccidiosis is when your chickens start having watery stool, or their stool starts having this reddish color. That is how you know that this is coccidiosis. When it's watery, it's coccidiosis, but when it has become reddish in color, that means it has become severe. That is how you know that it has become severe coccidiosis. They start becoming weak. They start having ruffled feathers. Their feathers start becoming rough. This is how you know that your chickens, your broilers, have started having coccidiosis. Now, first of all, you have to know how to prevent it before you even start treating it. Now, one of the easiest ways to prevent coccidiosis on your farm is make sure that you don't allow people to come into your farm. Make sure you don't allow people to come into your farm. That is the first measure. Then you have to constantly sanitize your farm after each batch of chicken, because after this batch now, which will stay for 6 weeks, we'll clean out here. Even though we change the sawdust 2 times before then, we'll clean out here, sanitize here, spray disinfectant here, and make sure that here is as clean as new before we bring in the next batch of chickens. Else, whatever the previous batch suffered for, most likely the other batch will suffer from it. So this is why you have to clean your farm after each batch of chicken. Now the next thing you have to do to prevent it is make sure that you complete the vaccines. You have to complete the vaccines for each of the stages. Now we have the Lasota, we have the Gumboro. So you have to make sure that you complete the batch of all these drugs. If it's 2 times, give it 2 times. If it's the vaccine that is meant once, give it that once. Make sure you complete the vaccines for each of these broilers at every stage. So if you miss these batches, most of these things will weaken their immune system because they don't have those vaccines protecting their immune system. So before you know it, they become susceptible to these diseases. So now, after you must have done this, you have to treat them of coccidiosis. Now, the easiest way to treat them with coccidiosis is go to your vet shop and ask them for anti-coccidiosis. This is an antibiotics. On the farm here, we use this drug. This is called the sulfaquinoxaline. They have different products, so you simply go there and ask them to give you the anti-coccidiosis. These broilers are about 2 weeks old, so as you can see, we just finished treating them of the coccidiosis, and they are also doing well. And immediately after you give them coccidiosis, give them plain water. After that, you start giving them multivitamins to boost their immune system. So this is basically how we manage coccidiosis on the farm here.